Hey everybody, I hope you're doing well today. Welcome back to my channel. Well, today is kind of like cleaning out the fridge. I had some cabbage I needed to cook, some bacon. So I'm going to come up with, I'm going to try 2 different recipes, and they are new to me, so I'm basically testing them. And I'm going to add meat to one of them because it doesn't have meat, but I need some bacon in it. And anyway, so I'm going to have to keep referring back to the recipe. I'm a little confused today, but I have all my ingredients laid out. Hopefully, they're supposed to be quick recipes, and I prepped as much as I could so it wouldn't be a long video. But I hope you enjoy it, and we're going to test it at the end, and we'll see which one's better. So let's turn the camera around and get busy. Okay, I basically had a big head of cabbage, and so I'm going to split it in 2. Actually, I didn't even use it all because I don't want to make huge recipes. But I'm probably going to like show you the ingredients in the recipe with my phone or my camera. But first off, okay, I cooked the bacon already in advance. Let me show you. This is the bacon. And I had so many slices of bacon, so I'm going to split it between 2 recipes. But these, I didn't even tell you the name of them. I'm so sorry. But the first one is a German cabbage slaw. And of course, we're going to put our own twist on it. And the first thing we're going to do is combine cabbage, onion, and a ½ teaspoon of salt and pepper. So I have my pepper. I just ground it in this little container. I'm going to put it over my cabbage. I like a lot of pepper. And it calls for 3 tablespoons of minced onions. I don't know how many tablespoons this is, but we like onions. So I'm kind of just going to add them all, I think. And I chopped them really fine, the best I could. I don't have the best knife skills, but I'm practicing. And I keep chopping until they get there. Now we need a little salt. And you're going to split the salt. And I have a ½ teaspoon measurement here. I'm going to put the salt in. I hope you can see okay. My kitchen is so full of ingredients because of these 2 recipes. So I'm trying to put the camera the best way I can. So we're just going to toss this. And I'm actually going to add jalapenos, but I'm going to cook them in a little bit of vinegar sauce first. And we just mix that up. And then that's it. So now we're going to let me move the camera over. Let me move the cabbage, sorry. And I'm going to let you see my pot here. Now, I took some baking drippings and I put it in this pot. So let's start heating this up. And basically, we're going to take a 1/3 cup of water. And I wanted some jalapenos, so I put them in my water. And I'm only putting a 1/4 cup of water. And we're going to add the vinegar, which is a 1/4 cup of white vinegar. I'm just using apple cider vinegar. But you can use whatever vinegar you like. I just grabbed the closest one I could find. And also a 1/3 cup of sugar. And we're just going to bring this up to a boil. And okay, then we're going to we're going to stir in the bacon, and we can go ahead and put the bacon in the cabbage, but I'll show you that in a second. So let me bring this up to a boil. I've got it on the high burner. It won't take long. And then I'll show you what the next step is. You can see I brought it up to a boil, and you can smell that vinegar. So I'm going to turn it off. And I didn't measure. I had a few slices of bacon, so I didn't measure the bacon exactly. I'm just going to use what I have. I've been trying to, sometimes I buy too many ingredients in the store. I get overzealous about recipes, and, you know, I'm going to start just trying to use what I have. So this is going to be a little bit hard. I'm going to have to turn the camera this way, and this pot's heavy. Now, I don't know if this is the exact amount of cabbage. But like I said, I didn't want to make a huge one. But I did kind of want this vinegar sauce. I think it's going to be interesting. And these jalapenos, I didn't mention, they're called tame. So they're not too hot. So let's just drizzle this over. And I'm going to put it all. I don't mind if it's got extra juice. I love vinegar. Let me get my tongs and let's toss it. And if I have some more cabbage, if I feel like I need more. So basically, I think we need to add a little bit more pepper. And the half teaspoon of salt should be plenty for me anyway. But I love black pepper. I don't know if you can really call this the complete German potato coleslaw, but it's close. But doesn't that look great? All right, so this one. You could top it with green onions if you want to. Mine are frozen, so I'm not going to put them. But this is what it looks like. I'm going to let that sit a little while. Let's give it just a tiny taste. The only thing is sometimes I like to cook my cabbage a little bit, make it softer. But, oh, it tastes good already. Okay, we're ready to move on to the next one, so let's change angles. Now we're going to start this recipe. I've never had this before. I'm very excited to try it. It's a cabbage and noodles and a cheese sauce. But I'm adding bacon to it. You could totally make this vegetarian. But I wanted to add some, and I forgot to turn my stove on again. So that is a 1/3 cup of butter. And we have 2/3 cup of whipping cream. Heavy whipping cream is what I use. And you don't want to turn this on too high of a fire. Now, it calls for Fontina cheese or provolone cheese. And I had some provolone cheese that I needed to use, and it was sliced. So I chopped it up, and I put just a hair of mozzarella in here. So I'm going to heat this up. My cabbage is already shredded. Here's my cabbage. And we're going to use this pot as well to saute. No, actually, you put the butter in here. I'm sorry. I'm going to shut up. I'm going to let this melt, and I'll be back. On a lower heat. So this is I'm going to take my time. And once this melts, I'm going to put my cheese in and then melt that slowly. And you want to stir that. Now, in advance, I cooked my pasta. I'll show you. It calls for bow tie pasta, but I'm using, this is my favorite kind lately. And it's almost 2 cups. I didn't measure it exactly. And then actually, I've been snacking on it a little bit. Not too much though, but. So it's not a lot of ingredients and not a lot of steps. I'm just making it hard today for some reason. I guess because I'm trying to do 2 at once. And I have to be honest with you now. The coleslaw, I don't like my cabbage that crunchy. So guess what? I cooked it a little bit. And I put some bacon bits on it, and it's delicious. Especially if you like a little sweet and sour. That vinegar and sugar. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to add some pepper in here. Because every time I have a cheese sauce, a cream sauce, I love black pepper. And I know I still didn't get a new pepper grinder, but this one's working okay. And I don't think I've ever tried a recipe that had provolone with pasta. I don't think I've ever had that. But I added just a touch of mozzarella because I know mozzarella melts very well. So let's give this a stir. I have to, patience is something I don't have a lot of today, but I'm really working on it. I don't want to burn this because I think I'm going to turn it lower. And I'm going to throw in my cheese. And I kind of just used what I had. And it's about 2 cups. Like I said, I didn't measure exactly. It's kind of like cleaning out the fridge. And I don't think this kind of recipe has to be exact, to be honest with you. And you probably could switch cheeses if you wanted to. And if I feel like it's not enough cheese, I'm going to add more because I just love cheese. So let me give this a stir. And I won't make you sit here and watch this melt. So once this melts, we're going to put it to the side and go to the half cup more of mozzarella. Now, this might not be the best melting cheese for this recipe, but I kind of like the stringiness, and I'm just using up what I have. I'm not going to run to the store and buy any extra cheese. Like I said, I really need to use what I have. But that's going to be, look how stringy. That's going to be pretty good. So, okay, we'll put this to the side because we don't want to make that separate. Okay. Now, we have one more step to do, and we're going to take, not going to follow the recipe exactly because, like I said, I want my cabbage cooked a little bit. We're going to take a 1/3 cup of butter and melt this. And then basically, you cook your cabbage for about 2 minutes. I'm going to cook mine a little bit longer, but I need my pot to heat up. Here's the amount of cabbage I'm using. I didn't measure it exactly, but like I said, this is one you can just kind of play around with. I do want to make sure I have enough cheese sauce, and if I need more, I will. But I think this is good. I've never made this before. It's out of I've kind of collecting the old annual Southern Living cookbooks. And I've been having a ball just going through these books. And I've been looking at so many pages of recipes I want to try. It's just amazing how many recipes they have in there. And some of them are hard and some of them are easy. And some of them I'm totally not interested in. But there's a lot that I do like. And I was thinking about doing a video on some of the books I found. So if you'd like me to do that, I'll try to. So let me melt this. And we're going to add our cabbage. Butter's sizzling. You could probably hear it. So I'm going to go ahead, mix my cabbage around. And you're probably supposed to use more cabbage. I'm going to cook this for a few minutes. I'm going to add a little salt and pepper to this. And cook this down a little bit, and then all we do is mix everything together. And the recipe says to cook, if you like it crunchy, just cook it for 2 minutes in the butter, and then combine your pasta, your cheese, and that's it. But I'm going to add bacon and jalapenos to mine. But this is going to be really good with that butter flavor. And I also did a little bit of research today. Let me get my notes. I wanted to learn about cabbage a little more. So I brushed up on my research a little bit. But it says cabbage belongs to the brassica family, which includes broccoli, kale, radish. Cabbage is an excellent source of vitamin K, vitamin C, and vitamin B6. Very good source of magnesium, potassium, B1, folate, and copper. And that's just some of the things that I found. There were more. So I thought that was interesting. The only thing is, my diet kind of sometimes requires me to eat more protein. But I love cabbage, and it really is good for you. And my favorite way is, you know, the fried cabbage with the Cajun sausage and stuff. And guess what? I'm going to make, in case I don't like these, I have this extra cabbage, I'm going to make my good old-fashioned way. Just in case. I'm going to add a little bit more pepper, I think. And I added a little pepper to the cheese sauce. I think this is going to be good. I'm excited. I'm really excited. I love the smell of cabbage. I want it a little bit softer, and I'll be back. Cook this for a few minutes. I think it's cooked enough. Now we're just going to throw everything in the pot. I'm going to throw the pasta. Oops. And I probably could have used a little bit more cabbage, but that's okay. Like I said, you make it the way you want to. And I like a lot of cheese sauce. And if I have too much, you know what? It can't be too much. We're just going to add it. If I have to add more pasta tomorrow, I will. Like I said, this is kind of like just new recipe testing, and I thought it'd be fun. I love to cook with you guys. I'm going to turn my fire way low. Mix everything around. Oh yeah, we got lots of cheese sauce. I'm turning my fire off because all you want to do is heat this through. And our little twist is we're going to add a few of these jalapenos, pickled jalapenos. You know, I forgot to use the ones I made. I forgot about those. And I'm going to add a little bit of bacon. And you could wait and put the bacon on top when you serve it. But I'm going to take it off the heat. And I think it's going to be really, really good. And I tell you what, the other one is really good. And it's going to be good cold, room temperature, or hot. So we'll be back we'll have a taste test and tell you which one we like. Here's the ingredients for the, I don't have my glasses on, the German cabbage slaw, which are cooked, but it's still delicious. And this is the, pasta with cabbage and cheese sauce. And of course I added bacon, and I cooked my cabbage down. I just wanted to show you the ingredients just in case you decide to make it. It's a pretty quick recipe, both of them. So now let's do the taste test. We put them side by side. Let's taste the coleslaw. I guess I can still call it coleslaw even though I cooked it. But it's still chewy. and crunchy. It still is. But I like that texture better than raw. But I love the sweet and sour taste. And the bacon and the onion add a lot of flavor. And this one, well, I made it extra creamy and I cooked the cabbage down. But the cheese sauce, I never had provolone melted that way on pasta. It is so good. And I like the addition of the mozzarella. I would definitely make these again. I will definitely make this. We really enjoy cabbage. I love trying different cabbage recipes. I probably was, but I hope you got the gist of the recipes. And I appreciate you being here. Please subscribe if you haven't. I'd love to have you. And I appreciate all of you watching and all of you that have subscribed. And I will see you next time. Thank you so much. Bye.